Hi guys, just as we explained some time ago, this topic is just in case you had doubts, okay? The first part of everything we have seen about percentages was the following. We started with this. We started with well, first you know that we're working with percents, okay? Percents or percentage. The first thing that we saw, which was page 117, was how to find a percent of a number. For example, I want to know how much is 8% of 15, right? And what you had to do was I changed this into a decimal, and it is 1 and 2.08, and I gotta multiply that by 15. Okay, I gotta multiply this, so I just do it 15 times 0.08, and I start 5. No, sorry. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 4 is 12. And then I say how many decimals did I have? 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So the answer is 1.20, okay? 8% of 15 is 1.20. This was the first thing that we saw. Then, just a moment ago, we explained something different. It is how or finding a percent, okay, which is the topic that we explained today. For example, you had two types of question. You had like, what percent of 20 is 14? Okay, you have like that question. And then I told you that the way to do it is establishing a proportion or the rule of 3. In this line, we're going to talk about percentage, and in this side, we're going to talk about the number. You know that there must always be a 100%, right? Why? Because we're talking about percentage, cent, okay, 100. So the 100 goes there. And I need to find the percent of something. Why? Because that says the question. What percent, that means I need to find the percentage of this, of 20 is 14. Remember, the clue is of 20, the of, that word of, tell us how much is the 100%. So that means that the 100% is 20. Okay? And then it says 14. 14. Is it a percentage or a number? It is a number. That's the reason why I place it here. And then what do I have to do? I just have to apply the proportion or the rule of 3, and I start by multiplying. Remember, you always multiply like this, okay? So 14 times 100 is 1,400. And then I need to divide that by this number. The result goes inside and the 20 goes outside. And then you can start dividing. Wait, before that, I realize I have a 0 here and I have a 0 here. What you can do is eliminate them, delete them. I just delete them, and I can start dividing. I only delete 1 0. Why? Because there was a 0 outside, so I can start dividing. How many times does 2 fit in 14? 7. 7 times 2 is 14. I am left with 0 and 0. That means, what percent of 20 is 14? Remember, we're talking about percent, so it will be 70%, okay? Let me explain this, or let me switch the language a little bit to Spanish. Te están preguntando, vamos a tratar de pensar la pregunta, ya la pensamos en inglés, vamos a tratar de entenderla en español. Te está diciendo, ¿qué porcentaje de 20 es 14, ok? ¿Qué porcentaje? Desde ahí ya sé que mi respuesta va a ser un porcentaje. Y después dice, de 20, ¿qué porcentaje es 14? De 20, of 20. Eso me está diciendo que el total es 20, ¿ok? Por eso puse el 20 con el 100%. ¿Por qué? Porque pues me está diciendo de 20, del 100%, ¿cuánto es 14? 14 se va a ubicar abajo. ¿Por qué? Porque estoy hablando de un número, no estoy hablando de un porcentaje. Aplico la regla de 3, que es 14 por 100 entre 20. Y lo terminé. Vamos a hacer otro. Ok. Let's do another one. It will be the other kind of question, which was... let's do it. Wait for me. 72 is what percent of 50? Okay, again, I identify. They're asking me about the percent, so I know the answer is gonna be a percentage. I have 72 is what percent of 50. Those are the magical words of 50. That means the 100% is the 50. El total de todo es 50. So I established the rule or the proportion. Percentage and number. So what percent? I always know there must be a 100. And then I realized that of 50, that is the 100% de 50. O sea, el total es 50. Of 50, which is the 100%, 72 is what percent of 50? 72, it's a number, not a percent. So then I can start applying the rule of 3. And I start 72 multiplied by 100. Remember, you always multiply in this, like this. So 72 times 100 is 7,200. And that goes inside and must be divided by 50, okay? I have zeros that I can delete. So I delete them. Okay, this is 1 0. And this is 1 0. Oops. 5. Like this. And I can start dividing. So how many times does 5 fit in 7? 1. And I am left with 2. How many times does 5 fit in 20? 2. 4. And then I am left with 2. How many times does 5 fit in 20? 4. So the answer would be 144%. Now, again, let's understand this in Spanish. 72 es qué porcentaje de 50. O sea, de 50, que es el 100%. El total que tienes es 50. Por eso lo pusimos aquí. Lo pusimos junto con el 100. ¿Por qué? Porque este es el 100%. El 100% es 50 y de 50, 72, ¿qué porcentaje va a ser? Establecí la regla de 3, hago lo de siempre, multiplico en diagonal 72 por 100. Eso va dentro de la división y eso lo divido entre 50. Acuérdate que aquí eliminamos unos ceros, ¿ok? Y terminamos.